All right. Matheus Cunha medical scheduled by the club of Manchester United. Welcome to the United Matters channel. How are you guys? And where you watching us from? I go by the names of Rock and David. Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rock and David is my name and hope you guys are really having fun wherever you are. And we are talking Matheus Cunha to the fullest. Yesterday, we woke up to some worrying news of this deal that maybe United had seen their first payment plan rejected by Wolverhampton Wanderers, and it took like some 6-7 hours to see to it that United comes to a common concern, about how they can go ahead and obviously do this deal. But later, this deal went ahead to obviously happen, and guess what? Went ahead to really see to it that all goes on well as planned. Fabrizio Romano, David Austin, and Jacobs Ben came up with a post that went ahead to excite very many people in there. So it was really something great for the club of Manchester United, and they found themselves doing the needful into the mix. So as it stands right now, the club of Manchester United has gone ahead to schedule a meeting for Matheus Cunha. All right? They've gone ahead to schedule a meeting for Matheus Cunha a medical for Matheus Cunha, and it's really going to be happening. So let's see when it's really going to be happening. Now, Jacobs Ben, after announcing that Cunha has been given permission to undergo his medical, obviously, we went ahead to really have a story that Cunha now has been given permission to undergo his medical. That's what we've gone ahead to get from from Jacobs Ben, meaning that after United getting what we call an agreement with Wolverhampton Wanderers, they were given a lot of things to do. And one of those things were to obviously go ahead and really do medical. And now, after him being given permission to do the medical, we got the following that Matheus Cunha could travel to Manchester for a medical this week once United make a formal approach to Wolverhampton Wanderers. That's what we've gone ahead to get. So as it stands, Matheus Cunha is really one of those people that is up for medical at the club of Manchester United, and United are really doing all what they had to do to get this deal done and dusted. So the medical is expected to take place this week. You get? The medical is expected to take place this week, and it will happen this week. If you've been following up on what we've been putting up everywhere, obviously it's one of the deals that United is doing fast, and Matheus Cunha undergoing his medical means that his announcement will be made early next week, because today is Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Man United know to it that Matheus Cunha is part of the Brazilian team that has been summoned by Carlo Ancelotti to go ahead and really play into the upcoming international break. So United knows to it well that they have to conduct the medical now. They cannot really let him go to Brazil without undergoing the medical, and then later they will let him go and announce the deal and really give him what he believes in the shirt number and so on and so forth. But a lot is happening. Personal terms have gone ahead to be agreed. Others say he's earning £120,000, and we are waiting to see who says no to it or to that source. But I tell you this, Cunha medical is gonna be happening this week. So everyone who has been really asking me, what about Cunha, his medical? It's happening next week. Sorry, this week, not next week. I'm sorry about it. So they'll do the 3 sets of the medical. One, the body parts, the body joints, ankles, knees, the back, the chest, the brain. Then later they have to conduct what we call the body organs medical. They go in for that brain, heart, lungs, every inner body organ, the kidney, whether they are really functioning very well. And if they are functioning there very well, you know what the result is obviously going to be. You know, the result will be very, very simple. If he passes all those and then they go for that mental test, he passes all that, then United will obviously announce this deal and register the player, because we all know to it that from the 1st of June there is the first short summer transfer window break, and then we'll go in and really see the big one open in mid-June. You know that very well. So guys, that's what you're really getting here for Matheus Cunha. He's really gonna be a United player, provided he passes the medical that has been scheduled this week. And he had an interview with some of the people down there in in Portugal, and I tell you what, it was really very interesting. He just can't wait to obviously work with the manager of Manchester United, who goes by the names of they just can't wait to obviously play with the club of with the manager of Manchester United, who goes by the names of Ruben Amorim. So we just can't wait to see how things really pan out. But United is really having a game of football today. The lineup is out, and they're really getting in for a team in they're really versing a team of it's called, is it ASEAN? It's the ASEAN All Stars, and United have Onana, Maguire, Hoyland, Patrick Dogu, Casemiro, Dalo, Ugarte, Aiden Heaven, Kobe Mainoo, Mohos, and Monroe. Mohos and Monroe have gone ahead obviously make their unofficial debut for the club of Manchester United, because these games are like exhibition games. You cannot really count them, that they've gone ahead to be part of what we call the side of the official games. Official games are like Premier League, FA Cup, Carabao Cup, and the Champions League. The bench has Bayenda, Heaton, Amaz, Ama, Evans, Fredrickson, Kamason, Kunkuki, Toby Collier, Bruno Fernandes, T. Fletcher, Kone, Thwaites, Ahmad, Garnacho, Lessie. He's a boy to watch out. If you really love football, you pray to it that this Sean Lessie guy comes on, and Chido Obi Martin. That is the bench of Manchester United, and that's how they're really looking. So we just can't wait to see this game really happening in there for you. And I know I'm really gonna be catching it live, and I will obviously tell you my thoughts about that game. But is it necessary? Because I think bringing you more news and information about the stories happening all over the world is really very important, than obviously going or stooping this low to see to it that we really get in what we really have to really discuss. But that's the starting 11 for the club of Manchester United, and the bench has also been well stipulated to you, so you can go around and really tell me what your predictions are about this beautiful encounter. 2 games to be played by these players before they go to the their respective international team, especially those that have been called up at their national or international duties. So that's what we had for you. But what are your thoughts about Matheus Cunha medical scheduled by the board, by the people at Manchester United? This week is when it's anticipated, because the player has to fly to Brazil next week. You get? Then, what do you make of the following people? And what people are we talking about? We're talking about the starting 11 for the club of Manchester United, as they're in Malaysia to do what we call these exhibition matches, but they are really promoting the team. And I really understand why these games were really carried out, because United needs money. You might find out that they can make some maybe 10 million euros from that side. So it was really very important for United obviously getting that money before the season comes to an end, and it's really going to be very important for the club to really invest in and see to it that they buy more shirts and so on and so forth. We out.